Here's that time. Here's that time. I almost forgot my vinegar water. Yeah. Good morning, y'all. Here I come. Get that water together. Good morning, everybody. We're just going to start now. I'm not going to be on here long. I almost forgot my vinegar water just then. I got to get it together here. I thought I had everything together, but evidently I didn't. Yeah. What I do now, I got it together now. Okay. I always have my brew together. Good morning, Alfreda. Good morning, Just Because. Sammy Dizzle. Janelle Levine. Okay. Good morning, y'all. Toodaloo, toodaloo, toodaloo. Toodaloo, toodaloo, toodaloo. Y'all, see, I'm having one of those days, so don't trip off my bad hair day. I was just cleaning out my wigs. Remember, oh, I ain't wore that in a long time. Just do it or put it in a ponytail, okay? I don't care. It'll keep falling out. I don't care right now at this moment. But before I go on, everybody, let's wish Alfreda a happy birthday. Where's she at? Where you at? Happy birthday. Let me see. Happy birthday, Alfreda. I'm not trying to embarrass you, but happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Alfreda. Happy birthday to you. I would have sung you a better, beautiful rendition, but my voice, when the allergies this time of year has me keep sounding hoarse. It keeps draining. But happy birthday, and let me throw you a few cakes up there, girl. If I was in a town where you was, I would bring you a cake. Let me give you some birthday celebrations. There you go. I'm dancing with it too, okay? So just imagine me doing a birthday jig when you see this. But happy birthday. You told me, and it just said it was so cool to say your age. She's 68 years young, y'all, and she's beautiful. And she makes very, very small clips over there. And they're always interested. And this is the one that, who are always going after because she's jealous because she's a beautiful lady. That's what it is. She's jealous because she's beautiful. When y'all go over there and look at one of her little videos that she be making, that's not little but short, y'all gonna see how beautiful she is. Okay. Good morning, Jasmine. If I didn't speak to you yet, good morning. Y'all, is it me? Or is it's just low over here in this sector for a moment, except for the one simple thing that's constantly going on. Good morning, Tatiana. Bust it down. Bless you. Not going to make your happy breakfast. I make it every morning, baby. But then we've been together so long, we don't worry about having them kind of sit down breakfast in the morning. We have been married for years, baby. And in marriages, at a certain time, especially when your kids out the house, I'm saying maybe you've never been married before, maybe you don't understand, you know. It's just the way it is when you with people with us for years. Sometimes we make each other breakfast, sometimes we do our own thing, honey. Why you ask me that? Do you make yours every morning or something? Hmm? And that's no pun intended. Is that what you do with yours? If you do, good for you. I used to do it, my bringing my kids up and him and this and that. Or are you just curious about my household? Which one is it? Hmm? But anyway, moving it right along. So I was just curious because it seems like everything is slow. You know what I'm saying? And people say the most craziest stuff. Like, for example, I get one all the time, but I'm enjoying it because it's kind of making this exciting because I'm just on here want to speak to y'all. I'm going to speak on tomorrow a little bit and whatever y'all want to speak on. She want to worry about my household. She act like I'm on YouTube 24/7. Some of these people just crazy, huh, y'all? I see her, but it doesn't make a difference. I see it. It just shows how ignorant people is. Because my husband taught me how to do some stuff, and I taught him how to do some stuff. We both do in our age, when it's not kids in the house. We both get in there and fix what we want sometime, whatever, We don't got to do all that like that no more. He don't even care for it like that no more. Some of these people stupid. I've been married 40 years. Come on now, you serious? Where's your husband? How you living? Wow. How you living? I know, Carrie K. I'm making me wonder how she living. If it's a she, I don't know what it is, but how you living? Like we back in the old day. Uh, I know my parents did it back then in the 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever, I'm assuming. Even after the kids left, even after they was together for years and years, you know how, if and your husband might get up and get ready to go to work or something, grab them something. No, that's right, honey, I don't want breakfast. I'm going to grab something, do this, that, something like that. They don't get the dynamics of a marriage, especially when you've been together for years. They don't get it. Wow, how you living? Come on now. And they try to say stuff to make me go off. You know how some people get upset when the troll come in there and they start cussing out a troll? This person right here sounds so ignorant, it don't move me at all. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Paulette, she accepted a little birthday. Look how pretty everybody gave you cakes. Happy birthday. Okay. Moving on for that little ignorancy, whatever you want to call it. How you living? Or better yet, go over there and ask the people who sent you how they live. Or are you a troll? Because that person don't come over here with that foolishness. It's a troll. But as long as you don't say nothing too ratchet, I guess my minds will let you live. They're going to use their own discernment. Okay. All right. Let's move right along. So anyway, y'all know the BRAXTON stuff is constantly going on and on and on and on and on. I was up reading this morning, and now they played the tape, I think it was yesterday, of the phone call of the boyfriend and the family. They say the family is baffled as to why he's speaking out about the call. Let me see if I can find the call when when the boyfriend spoke out. Because they say that she was upset because the Kardashians, they've been on 10 years. And they only get paid 75% of what the Kardashians get paid for a reality show. And people are saying that's because they get paid the money because they cater to a whole different dynamic group of people. I don't think so. They cater to the blacks, whites, and everybody who's this one certain dynamic that they cater to. Oh boy, these allergies be draining. So I'm gonna find when he spoke out. Let me see. He spoke out. Let me see what he said. I don't know if any of y'all keeping up with it, but I have because that's what's mostly been in the news. It's about her because she's a celebrity. Of course, she's going to be in the news like that. Okay, let me see if I can find it. And y'all welcome to come on and give your opinion about it too as well. Let me see. I want to find when he spoke out. Ew, look at that nose ring. Wow. I had that video this morning of him actually speaking out, but I don't see it right now. Probably important. Yeah, y'all hit that like. Hit the like. Oh, well, that's cool. Now that don't bother stuff like that. Carrie don't bother me when people trolling. I just overlook them. I don't got time to be wasting my time. Focus on that. I'm finna focus on what I want to talk about. I know. I know. That's why I say some of these people just do the absolute most. MOST most. Okay, it's going slow right now. It's gonna come back on. But some of these people are doing the most. Cause I'm wondering, I never heard of him before. His name is David Adefeso, Adefeso. And I never heard of him, but they say he's a businessman. I wonder, was he trying to clout chase, get into it with somebody that has money, or he perceived she had money when in reality we know it was Vince's money. Okay. And Tamara saying that he absolutely loved her son, as if he's a good man and he's good for her son or whatever. But I hear that the man didn't even want Vince to come around. And that's not right. It seems like he should be able to come around, visit his son. There could be another room while he's sitting and visiting his son. That's the mature thing to do. I'll come pick up his son. What do you mean you don't want him around? That's crazy. She was with him, with Vince before then. That's absolutely crazy. Let me see. I'm going to find that one. Not. And I want to know why he jumped over there to myself, giving an update. I want to know that too. Do he want to be seen? I mean, what is it? Do he evidently he just wants to be seen? Wow. That's the only thing I can think of. Potamar, Braxton. Wow. Potamar, Braxton. But anyway, yeah, let me keep on going. Let me keep on speaking. I think some of these are not real that they are silent people in your life. They can't speak. Yeah, that's true, Carrie Kay. That is so true. So I don't know, because nobody never heard of him before. He's supposed to be some kind of businessman. Nobody never heard of him before. He says, focus on recovery. Tomorrow, Braxton's boyfriend gave fans an update on the singer's condition following her hospitalization for a possible overdose. Wait a minute. On behalf of Tamar Braxton, I want to thank her fans and the public for ongoing thoughts and prayers. Adefeso said in a statement to the blast on Thursday, July 23rd. Tamar is a beautifully talented woman and devoted mother and loving girlfriend and dear sister and special friends to the countless people. Well, to me, he just wanted to just say something. Everybody asked him to get on and start saying stuff that she say and her family say. Let me see, somebody just text me and see what's going on. My comments are not showing. Well, try on another thing. Let me see something. Try on another thing. Somebody just texted me that follow me and said that they comments are not showing. Try on your other thing if you hear me. because I don't see no reason why they shouldn't. Okay, now I'm done with that. Oh, so that last name, he's a Nigerian, huh? Yes, you heard the call, Sammy? Yes, it was. I was trying to find it. I had it this morning. I was reading it this morning, listening to it this morning. I can't see it right now. I don't know where it went to. But yeah, I was watching it. I was going to play it for those that possibly haven't heard it yet. But they say she's been transferred to another facility for further evaluation. So that means it just said she went to the mental institution. That's all they got to say. For further evaluation. So to me, if they did all that, the breakdown was very, very serious. You know how sometimes you just have a breakdown and they give us a medication and come out, but usually you have one too bad. You know, on the line of almost, no, I don't want to say that though. Well, I said almost breakdown, like lead to a slight stroke. I hope it wasn't nothing like that for them to have to keep on going ahead and further evaluating it. I don't know. I hope it wasn't like that. Wow. Let me see. I hate when they play out this music first. I don't want to hear that. I don't know, y'all. I wish her well. I ain't gonna lie. I wish her well. I don't want to see nothing like that happen to nobody. I really wish her well. I do. I do. I really wish her well. Let me see what TMZ talking about. Listen at the call, y'all.
Operator 148, what's the address of the emergency? And what's the emergency?
My girlfriend is not responding.
Are you with her right now?
Yes.
How old is she?
She's not awake.
Okay, can you wake her up? Can you shake her and yell at her? Try to wake her up.
I'm thinking she hasn't looked with her eye open.
All right, sir. Like I said, we're on the way. I'm going to stay on the line with you.
Okay, she's been drinking. It's like a half a bottle. So she's on medication for depression. I don't know how much. She sent a letter earlier. Anyway, just ask him to hurry.
I'm sorry, sir. You said she's on.
I said to hurry. She's on medication. She takes medication, but she gets. I don't know if she's taking her medication or what. Or if she was very angry earlier on. She's had trouble with the network. She's just the company she's working with, and they did some things today, and she no way. She did before. I hope this is not.
Okay. Yeah, when they're inside of the same room that you're in, you and I can disconnect. But until then, we have to keep our eye on her breathing, okay? Okay, sir.
You fucking network.
Well, she needs some help, sir. You guys should look for some help for her.
And it's come to this.
Right.
When do you get free? At what point are you really free?
He's doing the most.
At what point can a company, can an organization control your...
How long has she been working for them?
They've taken away her happiness, everything she held on, everything.
Now, what y'all think about that? Was that necessary? What do y'all think about that? Because I know it's some of y'all that hadn't heard it. And like he was making up this cry, and he was calm, and then talking about the show had nothing to do with what was going on with her. He seemed like he would have been in hysterics about her not responding, y'all. You know what I mean? What do y'all think about that? Carrie said it was overly suspicious. Explaining, yes, explaining suspicious. What do y'all think about that? That didn't make no sense to me. Why are you talking about that? Why are you talking about the show? Oh, well, see, because she's supposed to be on the show. This, that happened in the show. Just say the woman's irresponsible. That's your woman. You upset. You're making up this fake cry behind the phone where they can't see you. No, it's something wrong with that, y'all. It's just something definitely wrong with that, okay? All right? That's the way I see it. So we're going to speak on that today. I want everybody's opinion on that one. Kanye, y'all, I just got tired of watching it. It's, saying I can predict what actually still going on. But then I heard he turned against Trump. I don't know. It's just a lie. I hope he gets some help too. But Tamar is right. Talking about the Kardashians get way more money because they've been on longer. No, what? See, Tamar 10 years. See, Kardashian, what about 10, 11 years? I didn't know they was on. Well, they were. I take that back. They was on before her, but still, that's neither here or there because there's a lot of reality shows that came after the Kardashians, white ones, of course, that make way more money than the Braxton family. But to me, they let that go down and getting their family all exploited and everything. They let that go down. Now, if she's upset about that, well, they've been knowing how they was getting exploited like that on television. They've been doing that. Is this just a breaking point? That's why I'm inclined to believe that this man that she with has a lot more to do with her breakdown. Because I hear he's abusive. We don't know. We're just going by what we see in the news. Okay? Yeah, we don't know. We're just going by what we see in the news. But for the whole family, not even one sister, because usually when somebody don't like your spouse, somebody in the family, it's usually one, that would give him a chance. Nobody likes him. They always have their suspicions of him. Okay? You're right. It was a forced concern. He didn't sound concerned at all. He did not sound concerned at all. Okay? So anyway, I'm going to be dropping the link. We're going to talk on her today. Because every day you look at the news, something new going on. And so we just got to pray for her at this point because they said, a different place now for further evaluation. So does that mean she had to go to, what do you call that? What do you call it? What do you call it? Rehab place or something like that? They didn't specify. They just said, to another place. They didn't specify, where she's going. You know what? Phenomenal. Vincent can't do that. He can't. Even though her family is pitching in and helping with little Vince, he can't go get his son and say that his mom right now is going through a nervous breakdown. She's unable to care for him. But I don't think he's that cold-hearted, though. I don't think Vince is cold like that. He knows a child of that age, 5 years old, still need nurturing from their mother. I hate when they do that like that. Now that the mama just really low down, running the streets on drugs or something, just really can't take. Then I understand, because usually children to me are closer to their mother's side. That's what it usually is. I hope not. You're right. That's what we said, Paulette. It sounds fishy. I don't know where he came from. We ain't never know nothing about this guy. That they said he's a businessman. Then it could be. Could be. Vince was the one with all the money. Tamara didn't have money like that. So he don't have money like the way when Tamara was living in luxury in the manner that she wanted to. Okay? She probably had to come down on a lot. What y'all think? He don't have money like that. He probably just living off of her. I mean, it's not funny, but come on, I'm supposed to Nigerian man. Yeah, because Nigerian man come on here and give you this long spiel, and they be to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wives back at home. And once they tie you down, marry you, then the wives get introduced, and by that time you in love, you going for it. I don't know the range or how they do it, but yeah, because usually when they come over here, they do have something up their sleeve. They do have an ulterior motive. They really do. Shout out to Lipstick Alley. They watching my every move. But it's funny. They helped me a few times. They say I came over and shouted them out, but No, well, they did tell me when something was spelled wrong. I didn't know that, yeah. But they got something to say every day. Well, that one person, but it don't bother me. You know, some people get upset. Oh, they said this. Let's think I said that. I think it's funny. It's comedic to me. I like reading it. And yes, I know it's more than just them talking about the YouTube beat because somebody said I must don't know they talk about other stuff. Yeah, I know. So that just came. That thought just went through my mind because I kind of been watching them a lot lately because it seems like this sector has gotten kind of slow and repetitious or something. So I kind of been peeking over there more. So it's no big deal. Yeah. So they hear me saying this to that one person. So if anybody want to jump on and talk about this, but maybe they can. Let me see. That happened to my co-worker, but he brought her sister back to Israel and made her sell her body to keep food. See, that's what I'm saying. You never know. You never know. They always got an ulterior motive. In my own phone show, but that ginger been in Nigerian control. Yeah. Now I only seen one clip of the show, and that's when she was having a breakdown a couple times. She had one even when little Vince was standing by her. And so the story is he didn't like the way it was being portrayed. So I hope they're okay. But about that money thing, they right. They make 75% less than what the Kardashians do. Okay. But y'all, I don't understand why they're upset and why we would be upset because we know that's the way the world been. These people is what this white privilege thing. We already knew that. Mhm. We already knew that. Let me grab my water, y'all. Let me put the link first because I hate to leave it untalked, but my water just a few feet away. I bet they got water. Okay. Drop this link in here. So if anybody want to discuss this, they can. Or then actually it's an open chat. You can discuss what you want to discuss. I just haven't been keeping up with the YouTube news the last 3 days, 3 or 4 days, so I don't know. So I'm just like Duchess Kelly Love. Give me news that I can use. Let me grab my water. Give me news that I can use. I dropped down. I spoke to Holly Q yesterday. I dropped down. I spoke to Duchess. I mean, Goddess, but I only had a few minutes to stay because I'm constantly running around entertaining my little nieces and nephews, and I took them over to my son's yesterday to go swimming. I had a hard time getting them out of there, so I'm taking back Saturday. We're going to drop off at my son's and tell them you can have them all day long, because I be wanting them to get out of here. And since everything is closed out here, and he got a swimming pool back there for his daughter, I just decided to take them over there yesterday. So now I got to think of something else for them to do today. Good morning, Paige. Happy birthday.
Hey, well, actually, like we said, my birthday's actually Monday, but I'll be in surgery that day, guys. Please pray for me because I'm scared to death. Scared to death. I'll be 68 on Monday, but today I'm celebrating. Okay.
Yeah, but girl, you look good for your age, and we're gonna pray, and I'm gonna pray that the healing angels be dispatched in there. They be in there guiding the surgeon's hands. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So I pray that you have a speedy recovery in advance. Well, I'm speaking that into atmosphere. I'm thanking God right now for your speedy recovery in advance. Okay.
I'll call you
Um,
guys in the hospital. But anyways,
okay.
I wanted to
Okay.
speak about the Kardashians real quick, and I hope I say it correctly. I heard people were saying that that they have this special power or whatever they're into over men, and I said, okay, I had to take that same amount of beautiful women and put them in the projects. Okay, same family in the projects. They do the same exact thing up there in the projects. The white women go after the black men, get them all messed up in the mind and have all these kids. So I think they just have a little bit more money, but they're still ghetto. The bad words. To me, I don't give them that. Well, they're rich and that's why they do it. No, they would do it if they were poor. They're just hoes.
Wow.
Just my opinion.
No, well, that's a good opinion. Good morning, Spitty Boy.
Hey, James.
Ain't she beautiful? That's why
Thank
that
you.
lady, I got to say this. Y'all know that for a minute, Afraid I had to move a page because Miss Mayweather, aka Stanky Baby, aka Long Tits, Yellow Eyes, etc., 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 kept picking at her. And
Yeah,
I don't know why she's picking at her because she did
I'm old
herself
enough to
no
be her
comment.
great grandma. The tadpoles and whatever and the minnows come after me, but like I babe, I do what I want. I'm going back.
I know. Do what you want. But she say she don't mess with smaller YouTubers. Well, why you keep messing with Alfreda?
Yeah, and I'm
So
tiny and old. She better get on.
well, she mad because you're beautiful. That's what it is. She's
Thank
mad
you.
because you're beautiful. You
Thank
really
you.
are.
I'm gonna
Y'all go to
jump
her
back in
page
the
and look at her
chat.
picture. Y'all see that she's really a beautiful lady for real. She really is.
Thank you.
And
I'm gonna
that's
jump
why
in the
she kept
chat.
coming after her. Yes, you're right, Spilly Boy. She's jealous.
I'm gonna jump
Jealous.
in. Thank you. I'm gonna
Yes.
jump out.
Well, you enjoy your day.
Okay.
You want to speak on something else? You can, because it's just an open chat. Like I said, I'm just on here this
No,
morning. I ain't been getting
I,
a chance to get around. Nobody's getting their notification. Nobody's really making that many lives, So I'm just on here. I have to come on every morning because I miss y'all if I don't.
no, I appreciate you coming too, but I'm gonna go. Where I told you, Bless, I gotta pack up my bag for the hospital and get ready around here.
Okay, baby, we're gonna keep you in prayer.
Okay, love you
All right,
guys.
then. You take it easy.
Bye bye.
Yeah, that's the one I was telling y'all once before. How they keep going after her. Leave her alone, stanky baby. She can't help it because she's beautiful and took care of skin, took care of her whole life, got her health. And, you're mad. You're mad. Go scratch your butt and get glad. Drop this link again. Anybody want to come on and speak on the top of our bracket or anything that's on your mind, or how you can do that, okay? Because I need to come on here for a few minutes. Because, like I said, it seems like kind of slow, y'all. Don't it seem slow? I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Or is it just me, that needed that break and needed to back up a little bit? I don't know. And everybody, the ones that's coming on, having good content, because I'm dropping in for a minute and watching, but I don't know. I guess it's just me. Sometimes you got to take a sabbatical and cleanse your soul. I believe that's what I had to do. I had to bag up a little bit. I'm quite sure that FBI calling that lady over there doing is still going on, but then Tracy is fighting back. That's another thing. So what did she say? Did you hear about back? So, just a little bit. You can come on and speak on anything you want to speak on. Just a little bit. Like I said, I really kind of been mostly busy with my little family that's here, and their children. So, like I said, I took them over my sons yesterday so they could swim. He got that pool out there, and stuff. And then whenever I can jump on something, I will, if I can jump on. But other than that, I've been missing the lives. I think Deanna did one. Nika on the break. Well, not really. She's doing her reviews. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and catch her reviews. And basically, that's how it's been. So I don't know if it's slow for me and things going on, and I'm just not being able to see it. But right now, it feels that way. And so, the only thing I've really been keeping up with is the news with Kanye West and Tamar, because it's not a lot. And of course, we haven't been having to clean up because Billy Boy is busy too. So everybody just been busy. That's what I'm saying. Don't it seem slow? There's the link. Because no, I haven't heard about Super Scent. But my niece, the one that been coming on here kind of hosting, like she hosted the other day, she be, keeping up with all that. Like that more so than me, because I've been busier with the younger kids, trying to keep them occupied. I'm just going to take them over my sons today and let them just spend the rest of the time over there, because it's hard trying to find little things for the kids to do. It ain't nothing for them to do. I heard about that call, but see, I didn't get a chance to watch that. Like I said, I've been busy. I want somebody to tell me about it. Give me news I can use. Shout out to Duchess County Lot. Give me news I can use. I say that because that's what he always say. When he ain't got around, didn't have a chance to get around and missed it. And I haven't been having the chance to really get around like that. Give me news I can use. That's what we're doing. There you go. You can tell me about it. Laurie said, welcome. Okay. Yeah, y'all. Y'all see what Laurie got there? That's all my info. Becca, go come on here and give us the news we can use. Hey,
Hi,
baby. Good
Miss
morning.
Bless.
Good
What's up?
morning. Nah, girl, just watching these episodes and keeping up with what's going on in the news with the Tamars and the Kanyes and stuff.
Oh,
Trying to look at the YouTube stuff, but I haven't been seeing much.
it,
So,
it was a lot going on. I mean, I follow people outside of the little beef sector or whatever. So, I mean, there's a lot of drama going on and stuff. These celebrities have been losing their minds. They're
mhm.
bored. And I just wanted to say, like, come up on here and elaborate a little bit more about the Tamar Braxton situation. Like, Nigerian men, like, I don't know if you watch 90 Day Fiance or Married at First Sight, but this kind of stuff always happen, and it happens to people that are not even celebrities. So imagine if you're a celebrity and you got money and you run into a Nigerian, they gonna shake your pockets. Okay. And no disrespect to Nigerian, but the men are very scamiana-ish. Okay, they love a good old scam. Now, you can't 100% put it all on the guy. Like Tamar, I feel like she's going through things, and it's not so much about what content is put out, because she has a choice to what she puts out and how she acts.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so now you're a grown woman, you are a celebrity, you seen the stuff that Tony Braxton went through with the money situation, filing bankruptcy and everything. You just came up off of a nice lump sum of Big Brother money. She won Big Brother. So she came up off some nice cash. And it was her job to invest that cash. Go get property, create something, come out with your own line or something. You can't just be up on TV 24/7. Because now you in a pandemic, you ain't up on TV that much.
Well, that
You
Big Brother, wasn't that a couple years ago when she won that?
It literally was like about 2 years ago, but she should have had all this money Tamar made. She should have had some type of investment.
Well, all the money she was getting when she was with Vince, she should have had her own investments. Now
Yeah,
that's
she
where the
should.
money was. Now
Yeah,
she said she broke.
yeah. It's ridiculous. There's no reason why you should be broke. And then you come up on here and remember, rich people broke is not the same thing as poor people broke.
No,
Okay.
because they still have collateral. They still have everything that they can liquidate to get cash.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to be broke like the way we know how to be broke, you know? Like
Yeah.
we know how to live broke before they don't. They used to having money. Even before the sisters, before they became rich, well, her parents were comfortable and they were both pastors.
Hmm.
Well, he was a pastor. I'm assuming the mother was a pastor too, you know. So maybe she that Big
Hmm.
Brother money. Maybe she did not invest well. Cause look like to me, she did a lot of shopping and liked a lot of lavish things. You know, big
Yeah.
house and big everything.
Now we supposed to sit up here and be stressed out because you are feeling suicidal about your money. Really? When you should, like, look at these. No, I want to actually get shed light on some rappers, because they are coming into what they should be doing with their money, like investing in real estate. You got YFN Lucci out here investing in real estate. You even have Young Dolph investing in real estate. You got all these people, Rihanna investing in her own makeup line.
Hmm.
Those people are not too much into the Hollywood platform. Like, they're not front and center. They get
And I'm
reported
quite
on.
sure she's still getting a big chunk of child support from Vince.
Yeah,
So what is she doing? Taking care of this new man she with? Because he talking about he's a businessman. Businessman, what do you mean businessman? He could be selling hot dogs. What do they mean businessman?
businessman as in a scammer.
That's
Okay,
right.
because that's all that is.
He
He's
probably
a
got him a little
scammer.
couple hot dog stands here there. He ain't no businessman.
Some
He's a
water on the
scammer and
house.
he's scamming her money. Okay.
I swear. And my thing is like, why do these celebrities get up there and tell us they going broke? Like, we supposed to give them some more money.
don't you agree that all of them picked the wrong man in their life? Seemed like something was wrong with every man each one of them was married to.
I really like. I believe in the Hollywood system. They have men that they rotate. They all rotate each other's men. Okay, they all rotate them. They share them in some type of way. They never go for the businessman that's not in Hollywood that is making six figures. They never go for that type of man. They
Right.
always go for either somebody who's on the scene, they has been who's a friend of this friend or something like that. It's always one of those. It's never, oh, I met this guy while I was walking and he makes 100K a year. No, it's never that. They always get the scammers, the
The
federal
broke ones.
federal. Yeah, they
Right.
get the broke ones. They get the abusers, and it's like, is that supposed to bring you some more drama or something? Because I can't feel bad for you.
I think they just don't know how to pick men because you got ladies like a lot of ladies like that in real life like that. I got nieces that all bought their home and then on my husband's side in their 20s, nice homes and stuff. Those
Hmm.
girls finished school and came out of school, get with their careers. But
Yeah.
they had the wrong kind of husbands, that, you know what I'm saying, that couldn't hold a job, didn't want to hold a job, want to try to sell this, sell that. They all end up, bottom line, get divorced for them, starting all
Yeah.
over again, move to apartments, start all over again with another house these days as they're older now in their 40s and late 40s, and it's like they buying all over again. You you got to have the right mate, because
Yeah.
sometimes you can get the wrong mate, and they can just pull you down, you know what I'm saying?
And
And
sometimes
I
the
was proud of those girls. I said, oh, they're all about their home. They're all at the hospital. They nursing, and then some of them doing the office work, running the office. They all had good jobs, bottom line. Bought their
mhm.
homes in their 20s. They really did. My sister-in-law, um, well, she's married to one of my husband's brothers. Her kids, they all did well. So it's
Mhm.
like then they all start over again as they start getting divorces in their late 30s and all like that. Now they got the right helpmate, man, husband, however way you want to put it. So I feel like
Mhm.
they were just young and jumping into with the first guy who they got with. Really, they were really good girls for real.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
happens to us too. So I'm thinking Tamar got all that money and they doing the same thing.
Yeah, no, they're not doing that. They're not worried about that. They think that, being in the spotlight is going to help them further their career instead of like a lot of celebrities. I know they're sitting there, they're looking at the coronavirus, people who do hosting gigs and make their money off of hosting. I know they're sitting there like, damn, I should have invested my money. Okay, because even me, and I'm not even rich, but I invest my money. And to look at them talking about they're broke, or they're not making enough money as the Kardashians. I mean, I don't like the Kardashians. However, they did make multiple outlets, whether it was a porn or a basketball player, and their money they made it work and made it expand. And of course they're white, so it's going to add on a little bit more cash flow, but they pretty much bought the whole network, okay, including news outlets and all of that stuff. So they run a payroll on multiple media sources to where their name is always going to ring, and that's always going to bring the money. That's
Well,
what.
let me ask a phenomenal. We're phenomenal. What they say he was a cheater the whole time when they were together, their parents. But then again, that's one of them what so-called pastors.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He was a so-called pastor, and he's still with the same woman that he cheated on her with. He married her
Mhm.
and everything, and they couldn't stand it. And then a couple seasons ago, they all was at a dinner and made up with her. They understood what went down between the parents or whatever. They played that whole scene too. So maybe they didn't
Mhm.
have a good example. But then sometimes you can't put on that because they were daughters and sons raised in the house with mothers only and knew, and it's the way they was taught that they knew how to pick good
Mhm.
men. So I can't also put it on that either. I don't know. It's just hard to say because we can't always say, oh, well, they didn't have an example in the house. Because you got some ladies with some good
Mhm.
husbands, got jobs and stuff, but they knew what they wanted out of life. So anyway,
Mhm.
I don't know, but it's
And,
just weird. Go ahead.
yeah, and also like
Hey,
with Tamar, like a lot of women, they think they have to get into relationships or have a man to be happy. They need to find happiness within sometimes it's not set up for you to be a wife. Sometimes it's set up for you to be something else. But a lot of people, like, they feel like to be complete in life, they have to have a man or a husband, and that's when they get caught up with a really bad
I,
tacky
oh, well,
man.
I think they just rush with the first man they fall in love with instead of sitting
Yeah.
back waiting for God to send them the right man. I'm gonna put it like that. They rush and get into relationships because who don't want a help mate? Who don't want a lifetime partner? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to
Hmm.
grow old by yourself. Everybody want a lifetime partner. And like I mentioned before, it's not about sex. It's about companionship and security
Yeah.
also. But when you're young, you think that's what it's about. But it's not, y'all. Take it from a woman who's been married for years. It's just not about that.
Mm-mm,
Okay.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's way more past that, and they get stuck into these
Yes.
really sticky situations, and then they expect people to feel bad for them. I can't feel bad for you,
Good morning,
because
Lockheed.
as
I gotta
soon as
start calling you
Tamar,
commission.
as soon as Tamar got that man, the first thing she did was show him off.
Hmm.
Okay, that's the first thing she did. She didn't even give herself time to get to know this man.
No, it was too soon. Her and Vince haven't been divorced a couple years. You got to give yourself some space. You got to give yourself some time. You can't just rush into it. You
Look at
know.
Rihanna. Rihanna takes her time and date. You never really see her getting married to nobody. You don't see her really settling down, having children with other men and stuff. She's about her money. And if a man comes, they come and then they go. And that's what they usually do. They leave. I don't know what's wrong with Rihanna, but she's another one.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's like they just need the first man to come along. Just need a man. No. Because in real life, people don't be trying to do it like that. Good morning, Lockhead. Commission reviews.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, you know I don't
Mhm.
travel with the other channel. That's my review channel. But I just want to jump in, ladies. Good morning, Becca. Want to
Hey,
jump in and say
Kamisha. What's going on?
when I reported on the video that because David had did her fiance or whatever he is had called the 911 call, and I got like comments on my video because they said that people were going against him hard, saying, "Oh, he's crying on the 911 call." But if you listen to the 911 call in its entirety, it's actually very strange that you're calling into a 911 call. If there's an emergency with somebody, regardless of who it is, that's the focus of the phone call. But in the phone call, if
Right.
you listen to him, he's mentioning things about the WE TV and oh, she sent a letter. I'm sorry, a letter to them, and the family is saying, why are you saying all this information about what's going on with WE TV? And then what they're saying is, Tamar's family is that they feel like that he is controlling her emotional. I mean, her response or whatever. Like because they don't think she was that upset about WeTV. They knew she wasn't happy about it, but they feel like that when David reacted because he didn't like the way that he was portrayed in the trailer. Even when he mentioned if you watch the trailer, which I posted also on my other Instagram, that he in the trailer, the only thing I really saw that he said was like, I don't want Vince to walk into my home. That's the only thing I saw that might have been a little negative in his eyes. And I know with
Mhm.
his culture, but his culture, they look at how they're represented and believe in a God, and just they have this really big, because even when she wants to do some kind of dream thing, he was like, if it's not about God, I can't sanction that or whatever. And it's almost like she has her own mind and her own thing. She always has been. Even
Mhm.
Vince knew that. So how do you come in and be her boyfriend, try to change her whole thing and control her emotions? I don't like that. I'm just be honest. The 911 call was very unusual to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Is it his culture? If it's his culture not to be in a spotlight like that, and he knew this woman and what she heard her family do, it has to be a scam for him to get with her like that. Because, like I said, most of that breakdown, from what I hear, was him abusing her mentally. You get what I'm saying? Mentally. I don't know if he's abusing her physically. And about that phone call, we didn't hear the whole entire thing. I'm quite sure they cut some of it out, but you're right though. Why you on there talking about the show and this and that when you're supposed to be? I mean, you in love with this one. You're not sounding hysterical, nothing. You talking about a show. Sound like you sniffing up a made up cry. No, it's something fishy about that. Something not right about that. Period.
No, right to be told, I do think that Vince controlled her too, but Tamar also benefited with being with Vince. I mean, not saying that she didn't love him, not because of his size or anything, but a lot of people have speculated before that Tamar was with Vince for status because of the
Trust.
different people that the people think the different people that he can introduce her to. Now, I don't know because I'm not in their household, but that's what was been said, in the streets or whatever. Since I've been doing the celebrity news, they've been saying that since this been going on with that, they've been bringing that back to the forefront, saying that um did Vince know about their relationship? Why is he making a big deal about Vince walking through the house? Well, first of all, she has a child with this man. So I'm
Mhm.
not saying disrespect this man's house if he's with Tamar, obviously, but they do have a child together. So for you to say, I don't want him walking through my house, some people didn't like that. And as far as 911 call, it just, and look, I'm not saying that the man does not care about Tamar and was not upset about what happened as far as her being unconscious. I just feel like if you call 911 for somebody who's injured or upset, you do not put in other information like what they did yesterday or they went to WeTV and all that. That part was to me was the only thing. And the people that crying was fake. They feel like all the crying he was doing was not genuine. I'm not going to say what I'm sorry. I'm not going to say what someone else is doing is genuine or not. I'm not going to do that.
Well,
I'm, you know what I'm saying?
judging by looking at that show, Vincent Tamar, it don't look like he was controlling her. You see how she always had an outburst. It looked like he would just Vince would just be tired of her outbursts. It was like she was pouting all the time like a child, right to be told. So it don't look like Vince was controlling her in my eyes. He gave her everything she wanted. When they argued because she had them little outbursts. And far as that his son, that man is wrong. He's so intimidated because Vince got her child and he trying to get somewhere, with Tamar. You know what I'm saying? He trying to be known, trying to make money, a cloud chasing, whatever the case may be. And there's nothing wrong for Vince to stop by and pick up his child. There's nothing wrong with Vince to come over there like a mature man, sit in the other room and associate with his child. So that man is way out of line. I don't care how nobody put it. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, he was very insecure. The fact that Vince wanted to come over and get his child.
Exactly. I think it's just it's a lot of controlling involved from the family and the man too. So I don't know if Tamar can handle that, but I think she need to keep it together before Vince try to take her kid.
And he can do that. He can do that at this point. Because they said
Yeah.
she's at another facility. He can petition the courts and say that right now she's unstable. She had a mental breakdown. He need to get his child. He can do that, but I'm hoping he's not
And
that
the,
type
and the,
of
and
person
the
to
judge,
snatch him from her family like that. Because they going to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? He still need to be nurtured. He only 5 years old. He still need to be with his mom. Then starting at 12, then be with the daddy more.
exactly.
I'm old fashioned like that. He still need to be nurtured some. I don't care what nobody say. That's just the way I feel. He's still a baby. He's still a child. He still want his mommy at this point.
And he could go to a judge and get temporary custody, and the judge
Yeah,
would probably do it because
yeah, yeah.
it's very obvious he's in the hospital and she's not able to do anything. Now, obviously, yes, her family and the grandmother would be involved, obviously, but he can't go petition and say, "I need temporarily full custody. My ex-wife is in the hospital. She's being treated. I need to have full custody because I don't know what's going on with my child." And the judge will probably will grant that temporary custody because all paperwork is put in for her in her name that she's in the hospital dealing with mental serious issues and almost committed or attempted allegedly suicide. And see, when I covered this story, a lot of people kind of came at me with negative, like, "Oh, you don't love Tamar. You can, me reporting on doesn't mean that I have a love for her either way. I'm a blogger. I'm reporting on it. But yes, why would I want something to happen to somebody else, my mother, to myself? And I understand it's a hard position to be in. So a lot of people came to me with negative comments like you shouldn't report on this. Then I'm just like, why? Everyone's talking about it, and it's a good thing to talk about because people are going through stuff. So why not have that discussion? That's the problem we have with black
Well,
people.
well,
We
people,
don't
well,
want to talk
people
about
are always gonna come back with some negativity. And do y'all remember how she met Vince? She had just came out of a bad relationship. Her sister Tony introduced her to Vince. Vince had money. That's why she got with Vince. He wasn't good looking at all, so she didn't get with him for looks. He wasn't charming or anything. She got with him because Vince had money. That's what I see watching them shows. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. Good morning, right to be told. And
Hey,
she
good
started
morning.
having
Well,
money when
Vince
she
was
got with Vince.
good morning, ladies. Hello, ladies.
Didn't he help
Vince,
her
Good
with
morning.
her
Good
music
morning.
career?
yeah. Well, Vince was Tony Braxton's manager, and they
Right.
were at the time Tony was still traveling and stuff. So Tamar spent a lot of time with him on the tour bus and stuff. So I do think that they genuinely, she genuinely liked him and fell in love with him. But what I was gonna say was, let's not forget that Vince beat Tamar up. He made her wear blonde hair, and he was very possessive and abusive towards her. He was controlling to her. The whole family said it, and Tamar eventually came out and said it.
Well, in the beginning,
Remember
I
when the
didn't see
mother
it like
went and told
that.
everybody?
I remember him doing
Remember
biting
when
her finger
Tamar
or
told
something.
everybody he beat her up?
I remember him
He beat her up
so-called biting
before.
her finger.
Remember the mother told everybody. And
Well,
about two
yeah, she
seasons ago,
said
the
that
mother
the
told
Vince.
everybody that he had beat her
Yeah,
up.
she did say that. She said that Vince came in, wanted to fight. Talking about, I remember that, but I don't think this fighting the
Yeah.
whole relationship of what they were showing us on their reality show. Then when they start fighting, I remember the bite on the finger, and then I remember the mother getting the baby. Said she locked herself in the bathroom. I do remember that. But do y'all think which a man should never hit a woman? True enough. But do y'all
Right.
think she kind of was pushing that man? Because watching that show, she was always going off for no reason at
Okay.
all. I remember they had that couples trip, and she spoiled that. So
No.
maybe he got tired of that. I don't know, but there's never a reason for him to beat on a woman like that. But I do remember the mama hiding in the bathroom. I do remember saying he bit her finger. I don't know. He may have
And
been abusive for the
and
whole time.
and let me tell you, one time they were on a trip,
He
right?
know he
And
was abusive.
they
He
were
was
on a
very
exactly.
ugly.
One time they were
Okay.
on
He also had some
Wait a minute.
self-esteem
But
Come on
let me
back.
issues.
Are
tell
you
you,
talking?
there was two. She did. She said he was abusive. There
I
were
Oh,
think
okay.
it's my service.
no. I can hear you, Becca. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're trying to hear you.
There were two scenes where he was. You could tell he shut it down. He shut her down in the scenes because he was more concerned with how he's been controlled. They were on a boat, and and a family member of his was sick, and Tamar was saying, "Oh, well, she was sad, sorry the person was sick, but she knew not to say too much information about the person." And he got all on her face and was shutting the conversation down, saying she was talking too much, she was telling too much. I just think he was one of them like Ike Turner people who was abusive behind the scenes. And
Well,
then when they was in the car
I
driving
wonder,
home
has
from
he
the baby,
always
he was
was
acting
he
up.
always like that? Was he always like that? 'Cause when they first came on and Tony first introduced them or got them together, whatever the case may be, because that's how
Hmm.
they was portraying it on the show. He,
Right.
he got abusive at the latter end. I don't know, but like I said, there's no reason at all. And Becca, if you fell off, I dropped the link again. I didn't mean for you to
Oh, did
fall off
she? Because
if
I
I
could
knocked
hear
you out.
her.
Huh?
I said,
Yeah,
did she? Because
I
I
think
could
she
hear
couldn't hear.
her.
My
I don't
Oh,
device.
think
she
she
Oh,
could
said
hear
she
us.
couldn't
she's
hear.
standing
But
now. Her device was messing up. Let me see, because
oh,
I didn't want
Oh,
my.
yeah, because I could hear
Oh, you
her.
couldn't hear her?
I'm gonna say this, ladies, that Vince, they said towards the end of their relationship, even with the abuse and everything, which that part of the stuff is correct. But there's some things that came out at the end that it seemed like when he lost the weight, they said that Vince kind of changed a little bit, where his ego kind of got a certain type of
Oh,
way where he thought,
yeah.
I don't know. So he started doing things on the side that
Yeah,
Taylor
you're
tried to
right.
keep off the public eye. But when I'm a blessed, I dig a lot. So I already knew in the
Hmm.
background they were saying that he may have had women on the side, and that really pushed Tamar to say, I'm done. So when she came out with her boyfriend, people was like, how you say she rather having the boyfriend when at the end of their relationship, he was seeing women on the side because his head got big
Hmm.
when he got so small. He thought, and if you understand, he has a lot of pull in the music community. So I'm gonna go back to what
Yes.
y'all was saying earlier. Tamar benefited a lot with being with him. Her music career, she's
He
talented,
started
but
it.
she has to give credit to Vince because he put her in touch with the right people to get her started, whether it was a look or her or whatever it was. He didn't handle things
Well,
correctly. I will
well,
say that. But you know what I'm saying? She has to give him credit for that.
she's in the bathroom. Don't bust in on your sister.
No,
She's in the
you're
bathroom.
right. You're right.
Okay, but let me say this. Do y'all remember when he wanted children so bad, and she threatened him, well, I'm not going to have a child if you don't start my career, because she was jealous of Lady Gaga. Do y'all remember that? You remember she was saying
No,
you
what
made, yeah,
happened?
she said she wasn't going to have no baby until he get a
Yes,
career
she
started.
was. She
Huh?
was jealous. She was jealous because she felt like that he gave all of the promotion and everything to her, but she was being spoiled because Lady Gaga what A-list, big, whatever. She was just trying to get back into the music game. She wanted to rush everything. So
Right.
she didn't feel like that Vince was giving her all the attention, but he was doing a job. She was his wife, yes,
And he
give
was
her the
trying to
attention,
explain
but
to
she
her.
wasn't getting it.
Yeah,
Yes,
and he
she
was
he
trying to
was.
explain to her she got to wait for the right time. She didn't want to do that. She kept rushing. But when the time got right, he did it. And that's how her music career took off. She wanted to be her sister. She wanted to be Tony. She was very jealous of Tony, too, far as I can see. Because even when they had that documentary about their family, as children, she was jealous, remember? So she was just spoiled all her life. She was just a little spoiled something. And then Vince was spoiling her with all this. But in the meantime, he was being abusive, what y'all saying at the same time. I think that she finally drove him to be abusive, which that should have never been a reason, because every time they did something, she would blow up like that. You know, so I don't know. I don't know what their relationship is. And you was right,
I
but now we only saw what they edited, how they edited me. Like right
right.
now, said about this show, how it's been edited to make it look like she's a spoiled grown woman, that she's having breakdowns. Yeah, that's true too.
Well, they all say she has a spoil. Look, let's be honest with the whole thing with her dad. Her dad put all those girls through a whole lot of stuff. So all that stuff is still residual. That's why she's
I
acting the way that
don't,
she did. You know?
Kamisha, Kamisha, Kamisha.
Yes.
I
Uh-huh.
do not feel, and this is just me, y'all, because I don't have any children. I am a child of a divorced
Mm-hmm.
family. I don't, my parents never put me in the middle of their divorce. Their relationship was not my business. As far as those girls knew, their dad was a great father, great man.
Right.
Their mother spoiled their vision of a man while calling them all in there when she was going through her divorce, calling them all. Yes, he cheated. That's not the
And
thing. But that
she
cheating,
did
that
also.
cheating, that cheating was one moment in time that they should have known about. Like they should have known, like, oh, their father cheated. Now their mother wasn't taking the relationship was over. But to be all in the middle of that whole divorce tainted all of those women when it came to men, and they've all said it.
They
Tawanda
did.
said she married her husband because she gave up on love, so she didn't even try. She just went ahead and married him, and he was a whole bum. You have, what's her
Exactly.
name? You got Trina, who didn't even want to mess with black men after that. And then you got Tracy, who she just living no regular life right here in Maryland. And she didn't
But
even
see,
try
Tracy,
hard in aspiration in life either. So I just feel like that mother ruined them, because they should have never been in the details of their parents' relationship. I wasn't in the details of my parents' relationship at all. And that was enough. All I knew was my parents, something in their marriage, they decided they weren't gonna do anymore as a couple, and they moved on. I don't need to know how he was treating her, how he wasn't treating. I didn't see any mistreatment. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
husband wife business is not your child's business.
Exactly. And do y'all remember that dinner when that lady, when the stepmother and the father finally had a dinner with them? Tamara
Hmm.
got upset because one was there, but then in the end, they end up talking it out and they found out what really went on. And they started liking the lady in the end. So it was the mother that turned them against the mother, that woman, his wife. Yeah, so I remember exactly what you're saying, right, Told. I saw that episode too. So no,
Yeah.
she shouldn't have brought those girls. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I never, and my sisters is like this too. We don't argue in front of our children. We don't do that all that in front of our children. That's not
Right.
good. That's
Right.
not good at all. You go behind closed doors and you do that. But sometimes if they might get mad and spur the moment and get to arguing, hollering in front of the kids. But I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Even when I chastise my kids, I don't want to chastise them in front of other children that does something to their self-esteem through life. You know, you just don't chastise your kids in front
Yeah.
of people, and you don't get in front of your children with their husband and wife stuff, because it does something to the children. I'm a strong believer in that.
Yeah. I was
I
just
gotta.
saying. I was just saying that I don't think that the father necessarily tainted those girls. It was that mother
That's what
that
I'm saying.
tainted them
I wasn't
towards
gonna
him.
say. I wasn't gonna say that it's tainted. I was gonna say that contribute to. That's what she says. But I
It
have to get
did.
ready to get off here. Yeah, I want to say one more
Oh.
thing before I go. I got to work.
Okay.
They
Oh.
said that Tracy had posted her new TV show coming on BET the same
Mhm.
day of this alleged attempted suicide, and people are dragging her, saying your sister is in the hospital, but you're tweeting and posting about your new show, and
Wow.
people are saying she should be able to do it. She should be able to post her stuff, but people said the timing was bad. But with that, I'll let y'all go with that. I'm gonna get off of here.
No,
Well,
I saw that too. And the way I looked at it was, when you're promoting a show, you have a scheduled date and time for things to come out. And so, number one, she just stuck to her original time, and that really wasn't up to her. It was up to the networks and stuff like that, in which she started promoting.
mhm.
She also had an interview that same day that was about it. The thing is, I don't think the family believes that Tamar tried to kill herself, because
Mm.
nobody else, because I dig around too, nobody else posted anything. And the only reason Tracy said anything about Tamar's suicide was because she had a scheduled interview that day.
Wow. Well,
Well,
it's funny that David's the one that came out and told her everything. So I thought that was kind
Hello,
of weird that the family wasn't really the one doing it. I thought that was odd myself. Like, and
hello.
it made me question if they even
is that you, Becca, saying
cared.
hello?
No, I'm sorry, that's me. I was saying I agree. I'm
Oh,
sorry, that was me.
oh, okay.
Well, if
I'm
y'all want to
sorry.
check out more, y'all know I'll be reporting this on my other channel, Please Reviews. But let
Yes,
me
you
get off
do,
of
and
Okay.
here.
thank you so
Yes,
much
I
and for
do.
Thank
keeping
you,
it
I
baby
up.
do.
girl, for
Let
stopping
me go on and
in.
get back. No problem, ladies. I love y'all.
Thank
Y'all have a
you.
good Friday.
Love you
You too,
too,
honey.
girl.
You too. Now, who just went off? Let
That
me
was
see. Let me drop
Tamisha
it
just went
back. Maybe
off.
she dropped off by accident. Anybody else can drop on here too if they got opinion on it, because I see a lot of opinions in the chat.
I'm about
Y'all
to
come
go
on
back in
up
the
here and
chat
voice
too,
your
Miss
opinion.
Blast.
Huh?
Again, I said I'm about to go back in the chat too. And again, I
Okay.
appreciate you for having a celebrity live, gossip live. This is fun.
Yeah, it's a lot going on with that, y'all. Like I said, I don't think it was too much going on YouTube. I don't know if it is. I hadn't had a chance to really get around because of me trying to keep my niece and nephews entertained. I got to find
Yeah.
something for them to do today. Yesterday, I took them over to my sons so they can go swimming with my granddaughter. So I'll find
Hmm.
something to do. I don't want them just to have their whole vacation from Las Vegas messed up because we can't go nowhere, of course. So I'm constantly trying to find stuff to do. Even when I get up here, and every now and then I try to peek over here at the YouTube when I get a free moment.
Well,
But I got the link drive.
if you're into arts and crafts, that's a really fun thing to do, and it's something memorable and it's long term because they can keep the finishing product. So.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna ask them today because I got stuff. I can get stuff like that for them to do right here at home because I'm
Hmm.
trying to keep especially 9 year old. My granddaughter, 7 year old. Then one of the little boys is 8. Then the ones that
Yeah.
live there, and the other one's 5. So since the ones from Las Vegas visit them, they're really young. When I'm trying to get them first cousins all of them together so they can know each other in life, like the way my parents used to drive us back and forth from California, Nevada, because my side is the only one that end up in California because of my dad's job. Anyway, I'm
Okay.
trying to keep them
Yeah.
close. And so basically that's what I've been doing because I stop by when I'm driving, other people I stop, like I said, I had a chance to stop by to Goddess for a minute yesterday. A little bit of Jade and Nerd. I think I was just there long enough just to say hi. Yeah, I was. Yeah. And who else I said was Goddess? Oh, I think Pizarro, but I didn't have a chance to really sit there and watch it. By that time, we get to our destination, stop at
Hmm.
McDonald's, go to the one, just doing kid stuff, y'all. Getting over out there trying to do some kid stuff, that I'm enjoying them. So I'm
Well,
gonna drop the
you
link
can go. You
again.
can go to Walmart. I was in there the other day, and they had like those ceramic animals. They had like a ceramic owl or ceramic piggy banks and stuff. You can get that and just buy just a handful of paint and some cheap paint brushes. And I mean, when
Yeah.
I say cheap, I mean cheap. And they can all just, paint their own piggy bank.
Yeah,
So,
that sounds like something fun. I'm asking them if they want to do something to that like that. But I
hmm.
know, I know, I opened up a can of worms, and what I mean like that, they didn't know that my son had that swim pool back there.
Uh-oh.
Now they
Yep.
talking about going swimming again.
Well,
I,
you
I
know what? You should go. I used to be a camp counselor. We literally went swimming every single day. Take them kids swimming every day if they can go. Go right on over
yeah,
there.
I told my son he need to just come get them to keep them for holding because he like
Hmm.
ain't that bad though. 20-25 minute drive, from me. But
Yeah.
I'll get them over there again. I told them this weekend I got to keep the promise. That's tomorrow. I
Yeah.
told them we'll go back
Hmm.
tomorrow, but this time I drop y'all over there. Y'all just got to spend the day over there. That's what I'm
Exactly.
doing.
Oh, somebody else
And
said you can bake cakes. That is fun, and then you can let everybody decorate their own cake.
yeah, because I bought cookie mix. I told them we're gonna make cookies.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I did do that.
if you buy like white frosting, you can even buy the white pre-made frosting out of Walmart as well. If you buy the white pre-made frosting and then give everybody food color, they can decorate their own cupcakes and cakes and stuff. That is a
Yeah,
fun idea.
yeah. So that's how my life is going. So like I said, I didn't get a chance to watch the whole FBI calls. I know somebody in the chat know about that. I like
I
to know
have
a little bit about
no
it, but
clue. Who's
I
calling
know.
the FBI now?
Well, I heard that Miss Mayweather called the FBI, and then I heard that Tracy called on live. I didn't get a chance to watch it myself. So today, when I'm trying to catch up with some stuff, I'm gonna go in there and speak on it myself.
But weren't
And
they calling? Weren't they calling the FBI 2 weeks ago? They still they still
well,
calling.
that's what I hear. That's what I hear. That's what that's what
I
I
can't.
hear.
It's
Let me
2 weeks.
see.
Last time I was watching them, like I said again, it was like 2.5 weeks ago. They was calling. They still call. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's
Okay.
what I hear. But
Okay. Well,
yes,
hopefully somebody in the chat does know what's going. I listen.
I know. I don't know
Uh-uh.
full story either, so that's why I can't expand on it. So I'm really just talking about what's really in the news and keep on being these same people in the news. And my niece
Right.
was
Right.
speaking on um, Tommy Lee trying to make her daughter. We talked about that yesterday. She got some things
Yeah.
she wants to come on here and talk about. I'm gonna let her do another live after this. She what's her name? Tommy Lee. And so what's her name?
Mhm.
Let me ask her, Janie. Who else was that you was talking about? Because she keeping with that more than me. You
Meg.
know,
She was
my mind.
talking about Meg the Stallion being shot.
Meg the Stallion. What was you
She was
saying
talking
about
about Meg
Meg
the
the
Stallion
Stallion?
being shot, and Kanye West and Kim.
Yeah, but see, she's doing better now. But was that an accident? Because some people think it was on
No,
purpose.
that boy shot her.
I'm gonna let her talk about that for a minute. You want to talk about it? She going to spank. Good morning, Lady
I'm
Detroit.
gonna go back in the chat, Jade, so I can listen.
Okay, and I'm gonna put
Okay.
this on, and I gotta take this camera because I don't want anybody looking at my beautiful niece. Here,
I
baby, you can
know.
tell us about it.
Hello, Jade. I'm going back in the chat so I can hear your
She gonna
gossip.
go in the chat and listen. And I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna go put my vinegar water up. You can go ahead and start. Let me
Okay.
put this stuff up. Go ahead.
Good morning, everybody. So, for those of you who don't know, a few days or almost a week ago, Megan Thee Stallion, the rapper, she got shot in the foot by Tory Lanez, and yeah, she got shot in the foot by Tory Lanez, and the thing is though, she hasn't. She every time you see her platform, she has not exactly said it was him, because basically she's not trying to snitch and say it was Tory Lanez, but it was evidence and everything points to Tory Lanez. Nobody still knows why. I know that people keep making memes and stuff about it, like 50 Cent made a meme about it, and then some girl, I think her name was Drea or something. Yes, Drea, exactly. She was joking about it, and it's so weird because she was basically trying to say she wants somebody to love me deeply, but she was talking about I want the type of Megan and Tory Lanez love where he would shoot me in my foot. I don't think that was a funny joke. Neither did Megan Thee Stallion, because she spoke out about it and was all like, "Girl, shut up," and da 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 da. And people um people started getting on that and was all like, well, she wasn't the only one who said anything like that, and yet you only checked her, which is true. They're making jokes and meme about it, but yeah, Megan got shot in the foot, and I was actually speaking about this. Yeah, I heard. Hold up. um I wanted to see the comment. I heard they were arguing because Chloe and Tori were getting too close. It's fuzzed and argument with Shane caused Meg to get shot for by Tori. Yeah, that's what I heard. It's the Kardashians for sure has something to do with it. I know that people were saying that it was the Kardashian curse that made that happen. Because people are saying this. Yeah, Michelle A, I agree with you. Drea was wrong for saying that. Why would you joke about something like that? And it really hurted Megan. Um, it really did hurt Megan. But yeah, I heard they were in the car and they was arguing at first, and she tried to leave or something like that, and he shot her. Either way, um Either way, I know that Tory Lanez is just wrong in all aspects. There's no justification for what he did or nothing. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, but also, like I was saying, I heard people keep saying that it's the Kardashians' curse. The Kardashians' curse is what made him be like that, which is true. If you are keeping up with the Kardashians nowadays, they do have yeah, don't take your man around any Kardashian. Yeah, because they're like, I don't know, the Kardashians just love to steal other people's men and then like leave them crazy. Like they get with somebody else's man and then for whatever reason the men just start to like trip. I don't know, like it's very weird. And it's only with the Kardashians though. And one thing I also noticed about the Kardashians is that they like to befriend um um my stomach. They like to befriend certain people per se.
They like to befriend black ladies so they can get their man. That's my opinion. What you think?
Yeah, but I didn't want to say it like
Oh, why you know what I'm saying? Say it is what it is. Go ahead. That's what they do. They
yeah,
steal your man.
they
Say it, niece.
yeah, they steal your man. They do it with mostly like you guys know about the incident with Jordan Woods. So like they just
Yeah, you know what? That was something I was gonna mention about that Jordan Wood thing. Let me see what that was. Somebody was messing with they man. They said who was that? That white person that messed with Trish and they all they did was unfollow her. This just happened.
Larson Pippen.
Yeah, Larson Pippen. They said that she slept with Tristan. All they did was unfollow her, but they tried to drag Jordan Wood through the mud. That you know what I'm saying? Y'all, they berated her. They tried to say she was the lowest down woman in the world. Did y'all see that? Why they only unfollow her, but they tried to drag Jordan? Isn't that something? Yeah, Larsa Pippen. That's what I said, right to be told. So they just unfollowed her, but they was doing the most majority. Why? See, they thought they was gonna run this young black lady's career, I believe. Go ahead, niece.
Yeah, they thought they was doing something, but Megan is still dope. Like she'll never go out of style and stuff. I know though that she's very hurt. My whole thing is I just want to hear what really happened. I mean, you had her music producer talking for her and subbing people a few days ago, and then you had people making these memes and Megan not necessarily telling the full story. She's just like, I'll talk when I'm ready. I'll talk when I'm ready because I'm traumatized and hurt right now.
Good morning, Lady Detroit.
Good
And
morning, ladies.
good morning. Um, yeah, and I'm ready. I just want to hear like the full story. It's just a lot of people dropping hits and subbing, and it's like, okay, but what happened? Like we know he she got shot, but what led up to it? I'm trying to. That's what I want to
Lady
know.
Detroit, I think you got a little something going on in your background, but good morning. You can speak
That's
on
my
this too.
fan.
Yeah.
That's my fan.
No,
You
yeah.
probably hear, and I got hot flashes, so I ain't. Let me tell
I
you,
heard
calm
that girl. I
down.
be getting to myself
I'm
all through the
sorry.
night. Go ahead, speak your piece,
um,
girl.
what it is what happened with Drea. Drea was her friend. They were just together twerking, and also Drea is a woman. As a woman, that was a tasteless joke to say. That's why she came down on her like that. But the problem is, I have what everyone is, and the black men. If she had been a lighter complected woman, had she even been a man, the black community would be like, pray for her, pray, pray, pray. But because it's Megan Thee Stallion, and you have so many ignorant black people saying she's a transgender woman, which is really shows our community and how awful we are as a people. That is a beautiful, natural woman, but she doesn't get the credit that Cardi B gets, and all the others because they want to drag her.
Yeah.
Is it echoing bad, Bless? Because I can get on my other device.
No, I could hear you perfectly.
You hear me, baby? Okay. So that was the issue with Drea. She's not talking about it because she doesn't want to tell on Tory. But see, what's probably going to happen is the state's going to pick the charges up, and if she don't talk, one of them witnesses is going to have to talk.
Yeah.
See, that's what happened with my husband. They pick up charges. So
Yeah. And what about Larson? How are your thoughts about Larson and the Kardashians and following her?
Um, I don't know. That sounds like typical. I don't want to say that word. Let me choose my words quiet. Really good. Well, that sounds like some BS. He said, she said silly mess because Larsa lost her husband behind the Kardashians, Scotty
Oh
Pippen,
wow.
because she was running around with them, and they said she was messing with Future. Well, Future came out and said he was messing with her.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he came out and said that he was messing with Larsa, and they haven't been friends with her really since then. So I don't know, but I just wanted to explain why Megan was so upset and why Drea got attacked the most, because I think by that time she had it. She was
Yeah.
sick of seeing the memes and sick of seeing things, and then you had to wrap a camera on, sit there and call her a man. The
Yeah.
meme that he posted, yeah. And girl, I went on his Instagram and told him he got a lot of nerve to talk about anybody when he was seen, when he's supposed to be so rough and tough. He sat there and let Jim Jones get knocked out that time at Rutgers, and he was running, and he loved to put on something pink. So he need to shut up talking and
Yeah.
calling her transgender. I can't stand ignorant men like that.
Yeah. I understand. What you I understand. Um what you mean. I didn't know they called Meg transgender. It's just hater mentality, really. It's just a lot of ignorant people and it's a lot of haterish stuff. But I also was reading like comment sections to certain things where people were like, okay, well, if Megan was really a stallion and a savage and all this other stuff, then she would have just took it and all this other stuff like that. And they were like, how does she call herself a hot girl if she can't even take the heat? And it's just been like a lot of like nitpicking stuff that people's just been saying. And I'm like, okay, but for me, I just think to myself, like, okay, but y'all, like, people are getting on Megan, but it's like, okay, but who would be okay with that? Who would really be okay with anybody, whether it's their partner or anybody getting shot in the foot? I wouldn't be okay with it. And I think Megan is handling it actually really well. Like she shut down Drea and things when need be, but most of all, she's just been kind of kept to herself and stuff, which I don't blame her for.
Well, she was trying to basically, she doesn't want to snitch,
Yeah,
and that's the issue. But and that's why everybody coming for her. She's actually being quiet. She hasn't opened her mouth. She hasn't said anything.
yeah.
She hasn't said one word. And she said she will talk when she's ready to talk. But she doesn't have to talk because everybody else around her has.
Oh,
Her
yeah.
stylist, the girl Kelsey that was in the car, because they
Hmm.
were blaming Kelsey for shooting her. So Kelsey stepped in and said, I wasn't the one who shot her. So
Right.
that's why that happened. But she's probably tired of all the different disrespect, because the meme that Cameron posted and people on his comments let him have it. He said, Tori, she pulled down her pants and Tori saw that it was a penis and ran. You know, stuff like that. Hmm.
Well, with that said, y'all got anything else anybody want to discuss before we go out? You know, I'm gonna drop the link one more time. What else is going on with some of these?
And then Kanye said he want to leave Kim. I do believe there's something wrong with them people.
Oh well, he
They put
probably been wanting to leave her. You know
he
what
That's
said
I'm
he
saying?
what he
been want to
said.
leave her.
That's
So
what he
Yeah,
said.
he don't want to. He's tired of putting on that mask and being fake. Even though I feel like I blame black people too for Kanye as well. And the reason why, because we always find sympathy for him. We don't find sympathy for women, black women, but we can always find sympathy for his ass. I'm through with Kanye. I don't care what he said. I don't want to see him no more. I wish he'd just sit down and shut up at this point.
you know what, right? But told he probably wanted to divorce a couple years, but see, they had him so spaced out on on the medication. That's why he had that surgery, that tummy tuck, whatever you call it. What do you call it? I keep forgetting. Yeah, them
Liposuction.
liposuctions and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Normally, you won't find a man doing that. Kanye used to be physical, and then they talked him into doing the plastic surgery stuff like what they do. But he probably wanted to be lead there. All that persona they try to put on in front of everybody, I knew that couldn't have been true. Now I'll be glad when he finished telling all the secrets because he already started. He finished telling the whole secret, and just like he was saying, talking about the nannies. The nannies on call 24 hours a day. They basically signed that NDA or whatever it is they signed for them not to talk about what's going on in the household. They tell them to go grocery shopping. They take care of the animal. They do everything in their life. These people literally do nothing at all. So it's like they don't have a life at all. But they say they get nice gifts. They got a nice salary or whatever the case may be. He's gonna be speaking on that more too. And I just wouldn't. Well, they get paid good, but I would want to watch my own kids and family sometimes too. They say they really strict on them now, and it's 24 hours. Every one of them got nannies, so they basically don't take care of the kids. So when we see them on TV, the kids, that's a front. They probably play with them for about 5 or 10 minutes, enough to be on the television, and then the nannies take over. And that's why Kanye said his kids would never be like that. They would never do porn. They would never be stripping. They would never do nothing. He never did agree with Kim doing that. He probably assumed that she was going to stop doing all that soft porn when they got married. He don't like that. Maybe that's why she slowed down just a little. But if you look on the Instagram, you can tell that the pictures are photoshopped. Not only that, when do you stop posing nude and all like that? Because they're in their 40s now. When do they stop doing all of that? Still, and they keep getting plastic surgeries, keep making themselves, trying to make themselves look like they're still in their 20s. I don't get it. It's time to sit down now and do something else. And I think Kim got the right idea because she's trying to be an attorney for what I hear. She's doing other things, but when do you sit down? And why do you want to keep getting cut on? I heard as years go on, all the wrinkles, they got to keep it up now, put you like that because it's so often going to start sagging.
Because bless, Kylie bought a whole new face. People keep acting like that's what makes me so mad. Everybody, black people love to put these people up on a pedestal and they disrespected Megan. But what about Kylie? Kylie bought a whole new face. That ain't Kylie's face.
No, it's not.
That's why that baby looked the way she looked. I don't talk about that baby is okay looking because that baby took after her true face.
Yeah.
That little girl Kylie was never cute when she was a Jenner. The only Jenner that was cute is Bruce's first son that he had. His son was fine.
Brody.
Brody was fine. And then the other sister, Kendall. Them the two best Jenners.
If you look at their original picture, they look like a typical Caucasian with the real thin lips, nose, the whole 9 yards.
I have never seen somebody change their whole face. It's like she got a face transplant.
Yeah. They do. They look totally white with them freckles and totally white Caucasian like they supposed to look if you look at the pictures. And I think a lot of that influence of turning your face black came from Tiger because he was the one that gave her the business idea tip. He told her to focus towards the black market and she would make it, and that's what she did. And there she went. She turned herself into a little billionaire because Jay knows black people love hair and makeup, and especially a lot of makeup for those.
Us black people love to pander to white people, and that's the issue. And he knew that that's what would happen. And it makes me so mad because black men be the first ones talking about what black women do, how they wear weave, how they wear this, how they wear that. Those ladies do the same exact thing, and they put them on a pedestal.
And they turned their whole family trying to be their whole bodies, and it don't look right. You can tell their thighs don't match the fake butt for one thing. All. And then it looked like it's sitting on top of their leg. Because have y'all noticed that when a white person is tall, they have long torsos and short legs. But when a black person is tall, they have a short body and long legs. So it just looked like that fake butt sitting on the top of their legs back there.
They built just like a drumstick.
Yeah, they built just like a drumstick. That's exactly what they built like. So you can tell from the back if it's fake. It don't look good. And then the protruding lips that Chloe got. Oh my God, you can tell that they fake. And Kylie was first saying she didn't get surgery on her lips. She lied about that for a long time. I wonder if they trying to erase their heritage, their family. Because if the kids grow up, they're gonna influence them to get with a black guy, and then they're gonna be more black than white.
Yes, and that's another thing I don't understand though. All of their kids is mixed with some type of black in them. Well, not all of them, but the majority.
Except for Courtney.
Yeah,
I don't like no black men. Courtney told the truth. That's what.
Well, she had got a real light skinned black one. Then she had one another race that got dark skin. I forgot what it was, but just totally black. No, she don't even know. But she's trying to go that way. Get somebody darker.
Yeah,
she just did that. She does not like black men. It's been said. She doesn't like black men.
I don't.
And thank God for the black men she don't like, because they will just be messed up too. Thank
What
God.
you
But my
what
thing
she was
is,
messing with somebody? Yeah, who was that the person that plays sports? Who was that she was messing with? I forgot his name, but he's really, really bright skinned.
Kylie bought a new face, and Chloe bought a new body and face, because that Chloe looked just like the genie from Aladdin. She looked like Shaq, but white. So no.
They are.
Yes,
They
indeed.
do. But I was saying, I don't understand how the majority of their kids got some type of black in them, yet, like, they treat their parents, their mothers treat black people wrong. Like, your kids got some type of a black
Not
person
some type, a black person, period.
yeah, a black person inside of them, yet they treat actual black people wrong. They treated Jordan Woods wrong. They treated Megan Thee
Well,
Stallion
only
wrong.
the women. They don't like black women because they're
They
intimidated by black women because they want
they
to be a black
treated
woman.
Trina. They stole Trina's man, French Montana, when she moved in with him and everything. Chloe
And
sat
they
there
were
was
friends.
friends with
Chloe
her,
and Frida
stole
was
French
friends.
Montana.
Yeah,
They have done a lot of dirty mess. Kylie took Tiger from Black China
At 16 years old, they
at
hid it till she
16.
turned
He was up there
18.
sleeping with her. So it's because they have money, and the black men don't even have the money to equal them. But my thing is, white women can love black men, but they don't love black women.
No, they
that's
That's
don't.
what
true.
it
They
is.
intimidated by it. They want to be black and they jealous, intimidated about us. And that's why they went for the young Jordy, because she's a beautiful young black lady with a natural body, a natural face, and a natural hair. They want to look like what she wanted to look like. So Chloe really got intimidated by her. That's why she tried to drag. But Jordy had money and a career. You know, Jordy had things going, and her family. Yeah, her family is well off too. So they thought that was gonna hurt her when they kicked her out of whatever she was doing with that little Kylie. And you're right, Kylie never was a billionaire. That was a lie. But do y'all remember when they was telling, they started GoFundMe because they said Kylie needed a million to be a billionaire? Like we really was gonna give her some money to be a billionaire. Do y'all remember that?
Yes, it's people that actually, black
Oh
people will do
Lord.
that. It be black people in the comments fighting for them harder than they do the white people. That's what makes me mad about our people. We are the main ones. They'll be the ones sitting there calling Megan transgender. They'll defend. I've sat there and read comments. They'll defend Kylie over Meg.
That's true.
I have
Wow.
seen it, and this is what makes me so disappointed in our people. We are just a sad, lost people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess it stemmed from back in the day when our families got torn apart and how they was trying to teach us to do the white thing. And I don't know. It just tore us apart. We don't know how to stick together. We're the only race that don't stick together. Believe that.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly. Everybody else, you see, Nick Cannon loves to shuck and jive, but the minute he said something about Jewish people, them Jewish people stuck together and got his behind off for air. Black people will be the first to forgive. We'll be the first to shuck and jive. Well, we accept his apology and a person to go on being a racist. Just like that guy, dog in the bounty hunter, Hulk Hogan. They all have
Oh,
said stuff against black people.
that's what I want to ask you about them. He was kind of prejudiced on his life for real. That dog. Do you think so? When you know his wife that died, wasn't they kind of prejudiced?
They were prejudiced. Not kind
He
of.
looked like old washed up hippie.
with the long hair and the do
Yeah, he got
rag.
another wife for what he had. I used to actually watch it. I thought I watched it as if it was a comedy show, not because I really liked him like that. It was just funny. But she died. The wife died from cancer. Yeah, they just seem like
Beth.
somebody like that, an old rock star or whatever.
I
And
didn't watch that mess
why he get a reality show like that was far beyond me. You know.
because he was overhyping his bounty duties, and he did what it was to get on TV. But after he said all that stuff, because his son dated a black woman,
Oh yeah, no, no, no,
and he
no. The
went off
daughter had
on him.
the daughter had a black man when she first came to live with them. He didn't like that. When she since married and got kids to a white guy, you remember the younger daughter that came to live with them and he made her be a bounty hunter too. I can't remember her name, but
Yeah,
that daughter had a black boyfriend. Yeah, she did. She did. Now I don't remember the son having a black woman. I don't know nothing about that, but I know the daughter had a black man. She sure did.
Hulk Hogan's son had a black girlfriend.
Oh,
Dog,
really?
Dog's daughter had a black boyfriend, and they caught him on tape. And the son was the one who released Nick was the one who released the things that Hulk Hogan said about black people because he didn't like
Wow.
it. So this is what I'm
Wow.
saying. But we'll sit there, we'll forgive them. We'll get on there. You done killed our whole family, and we'll be the first one. We forgive him for killing our family. We gonna pray for him. We always praying for somebody that hurt us, but they not gonna forgive our asses, and that's the difference. They stick together. So
You said that right. Yeah, I'm telling you. But we and then we go there and give them a view. You know what I'm saying? Most of the views come from us black people. You know, we have way more black people watching them. You know, but I know back in the day we ain't had no choice but to watch white shows because that's what it was. I remember I used to
exactly,
get
I
excited
understand.
when everybody used to get excited if they seen a movie, a comedy show, or a commercial. We said, "Oh, a black person on there." Then they start coming out, you know, with black comedies and stuff. We used to say, "Oh, a black person on there." However, when they did have the black movies back in the day when we were all little kids, I know my parents used to watch Amos and Andy was a black comedy show, but look how they portrayed them back then. If anybody has seen any of those reruns, because we're probably all too young to know when they first came out, but it was an Amos and Andy, and then of course the Little Rascals. You see how they had Buckwheat and everybody looking, you know.
They
If
looked a
anybody,
mess. They looked
yeah,
his Buckwheat looked a mess with a hat on his hair everywhere, looking like Little Wayne look now. Just a
Yeah,
mess.
they had him in them little
I be
Bantu
trying to
cups.
tell these kids about it. Google and look at it because they since took that off TV because it was prejudice, like the way they moved the Aunt Your Mama stuff and all like that. Because you know what? Even when I was coming up in school, they had this book we had to read called Little Black Sambo. Remember that? It was a little black boy. I don't think
Yeah,
they remember that. Yeah,
but
Amos and
I
Andy.
never read it. My mama
Yeah, you
didn't
heard
allow
of
me
it?
to read stuff
Well,
like
but
that.
it was, you know, it was legal back then for it to be in elementary school and stuff. Then you had the picture Amos and Andy. There's a lot of black comedies that's off. Now they can't show anymore because of the prejudice, because that's what they portrayed them at. You like that? Even some porns they had. Liza. You know, that porn right there, get on board. If you don't wake up, it's morning around here until you know, and they had it written out like that. That poem, well, there's some black poems now that maybe the library still haven't if anybody wants to research it or something like that. But everything back then was portraying us as what they called us. Colored, Negro, whatever. You know, so
Pickaninnies. That's what we was portrayed as.
well, see, I gave my life when Quani used that term pickaninny, and some of the younger people here was asking what does pickaninny mean, and I came on and I gave them the definition of pickaninny. I'm gonna do it again.
You know what? You don't even have to get them
Pickaninny.
definition. Go to
Huh?
Layla Lynn's channel. Layla Lynn, somebody
Well,
sent
I'm
her
gonna
a
tell y'all what
pickaninny
it is.
doll. Somebody sent her. This is maybe within the past week or two. The content creator Layla Lynn. Someone sent her a pickaninny doll,
Okay,
and
no,
she
I'm
did
gonna
a
tell
video
y'all what it
on it.
meant. I said y'all once before what it meant, but it meant it. Oh, they're gonna see. That's how the book looked back then. I'm showing my niece how the book looked it back then.
Mm-hmm.
It was the dominant racial character of black children for most of this country's history. They were child coons, miniature versions of Stephen Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. They had bulging eyes, uncut hair, red lips, and wide mouth into which they stuffed huge slices of watermelon. They were themselves tasty morsels for alligators. Because you know how they used to throw the babies to the alligators?
Yep.
They were routinely shown on postcards, posters, and other being chased or even eaten as pickaninnies. So they were chased by alligators. They showed out like that. In other words, they showed us looking like that. Pickaninnies were portrayed as nameless, shiftless, natural buffoons running from alligators and taught fried chicken. That's how they described it. So that
But
was a racist term to me. It was worse than saying the N word.
I agree. But what I'm
Yeah.
about to say is this:
That was
if you
just
turn
telling that's
around
how
and
to
you look at
pronounce it. I can understand.
Layla Lynn channel, somebody actually sent her a pickaninny doll with it. That was like last week, and she did a whole
Wow.
video on it, explaining what a pickaninny is, how how the term is terrible.
Yeah,
But I couldn't
potatoes,
believe
baked
somebody
potatoes,
actually sent
ridiculous.
her a doll.
Wow.
That's
I'm
crazy.
just showing my niece the picture of the book, and I will do your research on that. They had all kind of little bit. They had one book, like I say, the boy Little Black Sambo. Yeah, they had to take that down too. Sure did. Little Black Sambo. And we had to read those books in school. We did. Isn't that something? Wow.
My
I'm looking
parents
up
wouldn't
Little
allow me
Black
to read
Sambo.
that.
Huh?
My parents wouldn't allow me to read stuff like that.
Well, we had, well, see, during the time I was in school
Yeah, I
before you,
know.
we had that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Look at them. That's how you look. I'm sure how you look. That's how they did us. See? So when you get a chance, when you go to school, whenever the college open back up, or whenever you got to do, look how they say we had to carry stuff on here. Research that, girl. I'm trying to tell my niece, research that Black history of that stuff. You know,
And
it's a lot. It really is.
and
So,
Bless, I'm telling you, if you go to Layla Lynn channel, you will see the
uh,
doll. It's
okay.
not even go. It's Layla Lynn, and someone
Hmm.
sent her an actual Pickaninny doll, and she was just so upset because
I
children
would be
are ready
too.
to her in this day and age.
I would be too. And most didn't know about what I'm talking about. Yeah, I would be upset too. You know, I would take it was an insult then. Did they do it on purpose? Was somebody white? Who would
Yep,
send her a
they sent
dog
it to
like
her on
that?
purpose. Hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's how they did it. And most they right. We had to read that. It was literature that we had to read. Even the black poems. You know, so a lot of these young girls, these and men, young boys, this generation don't know about that, but that was literature that we had to read. And I remember in sixth grade, we read that kind of literature. And my mother, I went home reciting the poem that they had us reciting, that lies, get on board. Don't you know the moon is the boy. If you don't get up there and you scamp, there's gonna be some trouble and dig here, Gamp. That's just how they was writing the words. And she heard me reciting, and she got so upset back then. I was a little girl that I was reciting that, but I didn't understand at the time that it was something prejudiced. Y'all get what I'm saying? I didn't understand that.
Right. That's
Yeah.
understandable.
But that's what they teach me at school, and I went home saying it.
Just like when we were kids, we sung handball, handball, hand. You heard? But that's actually
Yeah.
racist. You know, if you listen to it, my mom broke down and told me, and that's what I tell people. I am so grateful for the Black Panther parents that I had, even though it will make me sometimes a little too militant, but at the same time, I'm grateful for the parents I had because they made me so proud of my heritage. Like I don't know if it was right to be told, it was somebody else I was talking to. When I was a kid, we weren't allowed to get white baby dolls, Barbie dolls, nothing. We could not.
Well,
So when I went down south to visit my aunt down south, my relatives basically, I said this before, the whole town of Tifton, Georgia, is practically my family. It's a white side of Tifton and it's a black side of Tifton. Now this even when I was a little girl, I remember going down south to this, and we went to the big toy store that was downtown Tifton, and we wanted a baby doll to play with me and my sister. They only had white dolls,
that's what
so
I'm finna tell you. When I
we
was coming up, it was Chatty Cathy, the dog, the pig and stuff. They were all white. It was red dolls.
yep,
When they started coming
yep.
out with black dolls, as my kids, when my nieces were getting older, we saw them. We said, "Oh, they got black dolls now." We was excited over that. But I grew up with white dolls.
And
Hey,
we had ended
hey,
up buying
Alfred,
the
I
white.
grew up with white dolls.
We did
Hey,
too. We ended
Alfred.
up buying the white doll, and me and my sister
I,
was so scared to take our doll out because my mama and daddy did not play that. But my mother, she sat down and she
So
talked
for
to us.
you to have black dolls, they must. I don't know when you got them, but I grew up with white dolls. What's up,
Mhm.
Alfreda?
yeah,
And
yeah.
Good
Lady
morning,
Detroit,
Alfredo.
your thing is getting worse than Lady Detroit. You might have to go out and come in.
Okay.
Okay.
I was cleaning up. I was just listening. I had to jump back, come back in there to say this about the white baby dolls. And see, my
Uh-huh.
parents, my aunt who raised me, she was anti-black, a black woman, but I could not have a black baby doll. I could not.
Wow.
Everything was white. But I wanted to tell you guys this. I remember when I was in the third grade, they were whitewashing us, and we had to sing this song every day. And don't you all laugh. I'm a Yankee Doodle
Oh, I
dandy,
sung that.
Yankee Doodle through and through.
Yeah.
Damn. I
Yankee
wish
Doodle
somebody
went
would
to
have done that
town
to me.
riding on his pony. Stuck a feather in his head and called it macaroni. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
we
they
sang
had us
that too.
whitewashed.
Yes, we sang that too.
I wanted to say that. I'm out. Okay, bye.
Okay, babe, but you're right. They sure did. I mean, and then the only history they taught us was American history. Had us thinking that Indians were savages, that they scalped Indians, cowboys and Indians. Then went to way later on in life, we found out this man was the Indians man, and everything that the Indian taught them how to do pottery, how to do the animals to make fur coats and all like that. Once they learned their trade, they start scalping them. You know,
Yeah.
and for a long time they taught us that Christopher Columbus discovered America. It wasn't until way later on, by the time my sons in high school, they start telling the truth. Well, no, it's just that the Pilgrims, that when they discovered America, Indians were already here. So now they kind of tell the truth. That's why they call it Native American now. They took these people's land and put them on a little piece of land. That's where the reservation situation come from now. Yeah, the whole story I was taught different, but this generation, they kind of telling them a little something now, y'all. That's how it is.
Well, that's because you have black people now who have actually researched, just like they're
Yeah.
saying blacks been in America. Blacks aren't native to the United States. You
No,
have
they
Native
not.
Americans that are dark. You have some Native Americans that are darker than us.
That's
There are
true.
Native Americans. There are, in other words, there are black Indians and redskin Indians. Everybody thought all Indian was only the redskin. No, there's black Indians because my grandma have Indian in her, and as she got older, she got that pure, pretty white hair like they get. You know, and it's only a few of us got the high cheekbones, like my niece sitting here. Her mother had them high Indian cheekbones, and one of her sisters have that too. So you can still see as generations go on, sometimes you'll get some of those characteristics and some of the looks of what your ancestors were. But there were also black Indians as well, y'all. It really was.
Yeah, they don't tell the truth that the white man came here and brought famine,
Yes.
brought
Yeah.
disease, brought all
Brought
this to
it.
this
Yes.
land. And instead of telling the truth, see, I'm glad that I got older and I researched and I went to college and I learned these things. And also I learned Native Americans were not friendly to blacks either. They owned slaves. So it's
Yeah,
things,
some of them did.
once you
Some
get
tribes, wait
open,
a
you'll
minute.
learn that.
Some
Yeah.
tribes did. Some tribes did, but not all. But go ahead. She wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Yes, same thing. That reminded me of what Kanye West said the other day. He said that Harriet Tubman didn't really free any
Oh, well, he's
slaves.
crazy. She did freedom slaves. Go ahead.
Crazy as cat piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kanye West said that Harriet Tubman didn't actually free the slaves. She just whatchamacallit, she just took them to oh, she just took them to the white man or something like that to get money for herself. And people, and it's so crazy because people in the comment sections, most people were calling him crazy and stuff. But then you had a few that was all like, actually, that was true. If you research it, Harriet Tubman did not free any slaves.
Oh, that's crazy. We
So
know he breaking it down for
They
showing us.
crazy. He's
Yeah.
crazy and
Yeah,
lying.
he's crazy. He's crazy.
He
yeah,
brought them to, yeah, they had to come and work for the white man, but that's who owned the jobs and the businesses. So they didn't have
Yeah.
no choice. But he freed them. They were free.
yeah, she did. Yeah, and I just thought that was crazy, and that's what this reminded me of about what he said. And I know also for me, I just graduated high school a few months ago. I got my diploma. But I remember back when I was
Congratulations.
thank you. I remember though back when I was in school, not even high school, middle school, history used to always be my favorite topic. And one thing I learned about history is Caucasians are liars. They make
There you go.
Caucasian, yes, they make Caucasian people seem as if they're like from the land of America and stuff, but Caucasians are actually European. They're European, and they came to America. So, truth be told, is we're all from different places outside of here. Yet they don't teach us that, and well, they teach us that now,
Oh,
but originally,
I was gonna say they must have changed the books because they always taught us that they came from the other country. It started off with the
Yeah.
Pilgrims and that Santa Maria. They always told
Right.
us that
They
they
always
came
taught
over
us
and
that.
took over the Indians' land
Right.
or
After
Native
they learned
Americans.
the
I'm sorry.
Indian, after they learned how to plant food, make
Yeah.
pottery, make fur coats, the animal, after they learned all they trade, and then they
Yep.
switched on because see they brought guns and stuff.
Yep.
The Indians had the bow and arrow. Yeah, they outpowered, and then they gave them a little corner of land they called reservation. Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway.
yeah, they changed the books.
Yeah. So I don't know. They must have changed it to another lie.
Oh, Jay, I'm sorry they changed the story on y'all because they taught us from that was the first page of our history book that they came from the other country.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they did.
That
All of them came.
yeah,
All the white
yeah,
people.
that
That's where white people come from.
they did teach us that. I think the problem with the history books is that they told history as if all nationalities and cultures weren't important throughout history, and
Yeah.
that was the problem. They just didn't tell about every everybody's history all merged together, and that
Yeah.
and they definitely whitewashed it. So
Yeah, they did. They did. 'Cause like I said, it was a big deal when I hit 10th grade because that's when
yeah.
they put the Black history into the schools, and it wasn't mandatory
Mm,
like the American history. It was elective
yeah.
class. Everybody was trying to get in that class. That class was full. We all wanted to learn Black history.
That-
You know what I'm saying? Then they had the Black
wow.
music appreciation history. We can learn about Louis Armstrong and all of them that our parents may have listened to. But everybody, it was a big deal. Everybody wanted that particular history class, and it was like one of the extras, for credit and stuff. It wasn't
Right.
mandatory. I don't know how it is
And
these days.
elective.
I don't know how it is. Yeah, elective. Yeah, you pick the class.
Yeah,
You
we
got to
didn't
pick.
have
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So they started that for us in the 10th grade. We were all in the class was too full. I had to wait till the next year to get in, but that's when it started in the 10th grade. Now, with that said, y'all, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. We've been on here for a while. My niece might come back later on. Shit, somebody ever come on here, it would be her because she likes
Yes.
speaking on, the celebrity world. I do too a little bit, but probably not as much as I do too. But sometimes I do when I don't know what's going on with the YouTube, what they calling the beef sector. To me, it's not no beef sector because everywhere I look, there's something going on. Girl, I got on my Philly fly glasses. Let me put on my real stuff.
Maybe when you maybe also we could continue the conversation about Black history, because
That's the good. Yeah, if she want
I
to do
love to
that, Jade.
hear all of
Yes,
you, including Lady Detroit, talk about it.
And I want
Jade,
Jane to know,
Janie,
as you go
what they
through
saying something to
school,
you?
you will learn more and more. Take a Black history course in college. You'll learn, take a religion course. There's things you will learn that gears your mind differently. Because like I see in the comments,
Yeah.
people are saying they stole the lands from the Indians. The Indians, this was not just the Indians' land either. But you have to study. And then there's some people on YouTube that belong to the conscious community that you can learn a lot from. It's a lot of them that's messy too. But I
Yeah,
think
Yeah. Yeah.
direction
they're
on
all
where to
messy.
go and start
Yeah,
researching. And once you research, you'll be like, well, wow, why didn't I never learn any of this? So
well,
Yeah.
Well,
somebody
I
said
can tell
just
you,
they got great
I didn't learn
information.
any of it because I was in the South, and they were not gonna teach us that.
no.
We
That no.
definitely
Well, I
had
heard
to.
I heard Mississippi was the worst. I don't know. I'm not from the South, but that's what I was
Yeah.
heard. Mississippi
Yeah.
was the worst.
They were
But
my
they
my ex boyfriend was from Philly. He said they showed them roots in school,
Sure
and
did.
I said they would have never,
Showed us roots.
never,
And then
we
never
all
showed
used to
roots
run
in the South.
home to watch Roots. When Roots was on for the whole week.
Mm-mm.
You need to take time to sit and watch Roots. A lot of that's real.
That's the thing.
All seven
Mm-mm.
parts.
I would move to the. I would watch Roots and stuff like that, except for my mom. She doesn't like super like
Well, her
rap.
mother don't like the way you described Lady Detroit. Your parents didn't want you saying certain stuff. Well, her mother didn't want her children watching stuff like that, which I think she should now because she's older, because she's very strong into Christ. And some things she tried to shield them from, you know. And but you can't get shielded for everything. And so that's a good idea to come on here and talk about some Black history stuff. So we're gonna look at
Yeah,
stuff like that for you to come turn on. Stay over there too, because I don't want your picture shown. Be right there,
yeah.
because some of these people nuts
Yeah.
in here.
study the $5 Indians. Learn that everyone is not Native American. White people at one time paid $5 to be
Yeah.
Indians because
Hmm.
they didn't want black people in the reservations and they didn't want them to take over their land and their casinos and get their stuff. So they had white people pay $5 and they became Indians. So it's a lot of
Yeah.
things you'll learn as you get older and going through school.
Right.
You will
But
learn that.
that's a good
But
idea. We're
but
gonna research that, and we're gonna do something like that, because that sounds like fun. Cause there's a lot she don't know. She didn't even really know about the books I was speaking of too. Little Black Soundbowl, Andy the comedy shows, and all this kind of stuff. Hey, stop throwing, Judy.
you
Stop
yeah,
right
you
now. Still on here.
it's good to know your history so that you'll know exactly how we can continue to change the world today.
Exactly. And most
Yeah.
of you,
Yeah.
But I want to say this one last thing for you go. It was about what Kanye said about Harriet Tubman. Because
Okay.
everybody cuts him off when he says she didn't free the slaves, she sent them to work for other white people. I
Right.
didn't hear him say anything about her getting paid for it. But he said that today, he said when they were freed, they went to work for other white people. And I was like, well, I just think he talks in the wrong venues. Because then his very next sentence was, to even today, The free blacks we don't own anything. We still work for other people, the music industry, the television industry. So he continued the sentence. And I was just like, he doesn't get to get his complete thought out all the time. Now he crazy. Don't get me wrong. I know he crazy, but he doesn't get his complete thought out. And I was like, well, people were so upset by him using Harriet Tubman's name that they missed what he was trying to say.
Well, you know what?
And
That
so I was
sounds
just like,
crazy too, because that's the only work they had was to work for the white people. The ladies had to do the house cleaning, the cooking, and all like that. At least they was working.
I agree with you. It does sound. I agree with you, but that means that his statement is true, and everybody try to say his statement is crazy, but his statement is still true.
It's not true.
No, that was a job. We still work for white people right now to this day. That was a
That's
job.
what he said. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said.
Well, he sounds crazy. He said that lady did not get paid for white people to bring them there. That's not true.
No, I didn't hear him say she got paid. I didn't hear. I listened to it several times. I didn't hear him say that.
Well, right now to this day, those are the jobs. We always work for white people. Okay, so I think he's just crazy.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said.
And you're right.
He said
you're right, Most.
That's what he said.
And you're right, Most Stick. It was in the 70s when when they first started doing Black History classes. Because I remember when I hit the 10th grade that I wanted that class so bad it was filled up. But anyway, that's just crazy what he's talking about.
That's when.
What did you say, Lady Detroit?
The city schools ain't worth 2 cents now. So they're not.
Okay, Stephanie. Yeah, leave it in my comment section because we are going to come back and do something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you, everyone. Y'all have a great weekend.
Everybody have a lovely weekend.
Too.
I think I'm going to
Thank
take
you so
these
much.
children somewhere.
Thanks, Jade, for starting this conversation.
Yeah, she loved it, y'all. She already got off. Okay, y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Thanks for coming. We've been, Lord have mercy. We've been on here almost an hour, y'all. An hour and 55 minutes. So I probably will be back with something. Remove my specs now. Oh, because I got to dance up out of here. Thank everybody that came. Who's left? 58 left, but thank you for the 104 that did participate all together. I don't know how many likes I got. I'm not going to trip off of them because I usually get it on the replay. But you know what, y'all? Everybody is not getting their notifications for real. Sometimes we get them, sometimes we don't. I don't never get notifications. I just happen to be strolling to YouTube to see who's on, and then I'll see when somebody's on. Now, what's going on now? Because in the beginning, we wasn't getting them because of the Rona. They didn't want us speaking on the Rona. Okay, then they all wrote us a note saying we can speak on the Rona now. Okay, that be in the background. Then the uprest when Floyd got murdered by those police officers, they didn't want to speak on that. Now everybody started getting their notifications. What's going on now? Wow. We get them sometimes we don't. What's going on now? I don't know. Y'all, can somebody tell me? I just don't get it. What is it that we're not supposed to be talking about now? I just would like to know. So that's good. 59 likes, because it was a total of 1 something at one point. So that's good. At least it was a little bit more than half. I'll take that, but it'd be okay, like I said on the replay. Y'all, thank you for the cash app that I did get. I appreciate that. Thank you for gracing my thing. Like I said, we finna dance about here, y'all. Let me get my music going. Come on, my music. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping, man. So now I'm gonna catch some lives in its entirety because I didn't catch Jade and Nerd in its entirety as I'm moving around trying to watch. I managed to speak to Goddess. I managed to speak to Floor. I managed to speak to Holly Q, but I'm just tired because when you got kids like this, you're busy. You're trying, to do a little something here. Thank you, Mostig. Thank you so much. Y'all drop them diamonds. Cause I'm finna hit a lick, y'all. Me nothing to shake my boom thing. Well, y'all can't see me standing up. I'm gonna sit in my chair and do it. Drop the diamonds, y'all. Thank for everybody that participated in the panel and in the chat, okay? Drop them, y'all. Drop them like it's hot, y'all. I'm gonna see all them diamonds. Drop them diamonds. Hey. Drop them. To love. To love. Love y'all.